Welcome to this DairyNet video tutorial. This tutorial explains the Repro Wheel of DairyNet. By selecting the menu item Reproduction, the Repro Wheel can be accessed. The Repro Wheel indicates the reproduction status of the individual animal and how long the animal has already been in that status. The pie chart provides a quick overview of the reproduction of the entire herd and therefore saves time. First of all, the construction of the Repro Wheel will be explained. The Repro Wheel represents the reproduction cycle of a cow and is divided into 5 different segments. Colored lines separate the different segments and the symbols on the edge indicate their meaning. Ready, inseminated, pregnant, dry, and expected calving. Within the Repro Wheel, each animal is represented by a single box with its animal number. Cows are shown in square boxes, whereas cattle or heifers are displayed in rounded boxes. The colors of the boxes indicate the current reproduction status of the animal. Orange means early or other. Inseminated animals are displayed in yellow. Green means pregnant, and blue displays animals that are set dry. Animals that are close to calving are shown in purple, and animals with the status not inseminated are shown in gray. The black dots at the bottom of the box indicate the number of inseminations for the individual animal in the current lactation. If an animal flashes, this indicates a heat alarm. Depending on the size of the screen, a certain number of animals can be displayed within the Repro Wheel. If the number of animals is too high to display, only the animals to be observed are displayed directly in the Repro Wheel. Other animals that currently do not need to be observed are deposited in a pile for each reproduction segment. These piles are located in the center of the Repro Wheel and can also be opened to check the individual animals. Piles are marked with a hashtag symbol. The number behind the hashtag symbol shows the number of animals in the respective pile. Consequently, larger animal groups can also be represented in a chronological way. For the Repro Wheel, user-specific settings can be arranged by opening the settings via the wheel at the top right. The segment sizes and the activity requirements can be adjusted to suit the individual operation of the Repro Wheel. The timing when heifers and female calves should appear on the Repro Wheel for the first time can be set by defining the amount of days before they switch to the status Ready. In addition, the start of each segment and thus the segment size can be set. It is also possible to define when animals move to the next segment. For example, the beginning of the segment pregnancy check is defined 45 days after insemination. By adjusting this information, the line between 2 segments shifts according to the Repro Wheel. As activity requirements, it can be specified how many days before insemination, pregnancy check, set dry, and expected calving the animal should be highlighted. Via the button Reset Settings, settings will be reset to default and need to be saved via the Save button. By using the mouse over function, further information per animal pops up. This information corresponds to the current status of the animal. For inseminated animals, the days after insemination are displayed, and for pregnant animals, the days until expected calving. If the animal number is flashing red, the alarm can be read in the mouse over pop-up. When an alarm is present, the time and type of the activity is displayed in the mouse over text. By clicking on an animal, the cattle info page opens to obtain further data about the reproduction and milking of the respective animal. In addition, the animal can be added to a selection. Selected animals are marked in the Repro Wheel by a black frame. Afterwards, the Animal Action menu opens at the top right to directly document animal actions or book sorting commands. By clicking on the table icon in the top right corner, a list with information about the lactation number and the lactation day appears. The animal individual columns can be sorted and filtered as already described. If an animal has been selected, this is indicated by the tick. Several animals can be selected at the same time by selecting them in the list, or adding them to the selection via the Repro Wheel. Actions such as a group change or a sorting command can be documented directly. By clicking on a symbol at the edge of the Repro Wheel, the corresponding animals are filtered. By clicking on the pregnancy check icon, all animals that are currently due for pregnancy check are highlighted in the Repro Wheel and displayed in the table. The corresponding animals can thus be selected directly and added to a work list, or the result of the pregnancy check can be booked directly in the animal action pregnancy. In order to reset the selection, it is necessary to click again on the symbol pregnancy check. This display functionality is also available for other symbols. By clicking on the set dry icon, all animals that are currently waiting to be set dry are highlighted. The filter system at the top left enables filtering according to a group selection. Thus, the Repro Wheel can be filtered, for example, by barn, feeding, or milking groups, as well as by animal choices. Selecting a filter, the corresponding animals are highlighted in the Repro Wheel. All other animals are hidden, but still recognizable and selectable. In addition to the filter function, there's also a search function. Here it can be searched for single or several animals. The mouse over of the search bar shows the possible entries. For zooming into a segment of the Repro Wheel, the zoom function at the bottom left can be used. The magnifying glass with the plus or minus symbol can be used to adjust the view as required. In addition, the mouse wheel of the computer mouse can be used to zoom into the Repro Wheel. This enables the enlarged and thus complete display of all animal numbers, even if some animals were previously stored in individual piles. The circular arrow can be used to return to the standard view. The Repro Wheel is a helpful tool to see all animals at a glance in their current status. Therefore, it is directly recognizable which animals need to be monitored more closely. For example, if they are flashing because they have an alarm, or if they still have the status pregnant and have already progressed into the set dry segment, and therefore needs to be checked. Consequently, immediately pending animal actions for herd management can be derived. The functionality of stacking, zooming, and filtering to individual groups makes this herd management tool very useful even for large farms. This is the end of this video tutorial. For further questions, please contact your local dealer.